Well, Hurricane Helene came ashore 2 weeks ago as a Category 4 storm destroyed the southeast. People here in the Susquehanna Valley trying to do what they can to make a difference. And that's why this guy's joining me here, because he's from Harrisburg. Ben Ferentz, thanks for being here, first of all.
Hey, thank you for having me.
And thanks for helping out these people. This is incredible. You actually flew a plane full of supplies. Let's kind of rewind, go back to the beginning. How did you get this idea and why to help these people?
So I'd really like to thank Greg Osmolensky. He's a pilot out of Gettysburg. He originally had the idea to do it, and he ended up sending me a text because, you know, we've kind of operated a little bit together on some other things before. And he was like, hey, does anyone you know want to do this? And I was like, yes, right? So ended up rounding up about 5 pilots total, myself, him, and 3 others, to be able to get 5 planes worth of supplies down there.
5 planes worth of supplies. Yeah. So you're a flight instructor.
Yes.
And that's how you got this idea. Or Greg, you said?
Yeah, so Greg had the idea, Greg had the idea. And like I said, we've done a little bit of work before, and so he reached out to me, a little bit more experience, right? So it's just nice to get a convoy of people together to be able to pull everything down. Plus, flying with 5 planes is a little nicer and just a little bit safer than just going by yourself. You're able to handle more.
Because you're flying what, the Cessnas, the Pipers, those kinds of planes?
Some 1970 Cessnas, 1970 Pipers, so you know, they're a little older, a little less reliable than the newer stuff.
And they were loaded with supplies.
Yep.
So talk about this, because you put something out on Facebook and it just kind of blossomed, didn't it, Ben, for you guys?
Right. So finding the pilots who are willing wasn't really the super challenging part. It's getting all the expense paid for, because flying it and all the food and the supplies were so expensive. We put forward, me and my family put forward some money, and we were only able to do so much. So I put on Facebook. Facebook answered, raised about $2,000 in a matter of 12 hours.
Wow.
Yep. And then got a lot of food, another pilot, another plane being able to go. It was, and like I said, get that supplies about over $2,000, maybe $2,500 worth, and maybe 2,000 pounds.
Are those the pilots we're looking at right there?
Yes, everyone. So that's Greg. He's the one who originally had the idea.
Look how packed that plane is with all the supply. How much were you able to bring?
So depending on the plane, Matt Lowenthal, who wasn't in that picture, but he got there the day before, he was able to bring about between 500 and 600 pounds in his plane alone.
Wow.
The rest of ours, we were limited to about 400 to 500 pounds, or in Joe Nealis' case, his plane was entirely just space packed. And then Max Lawyer, the other pilot, his plane was kind of packed on weight and balance limitations. So we all hit a limit in some way.
I bet.
Right? So,
but it's important cargo that you're taking there. Where did you go again? Where did you say where you went to take these supplies?
Johnsonville, Tennessee, I believe is the name. The airport identifier for any aviation savvy people was 6 Alpha 4.
6 Alpha 4 is where you went. I want to be savvy like you. I think it's such a special thing that you and these other pilots did. When you went there, did you stay in the airport? Was it a quick in and out, or did you get to see some of that devastation?
It was a quick in and out. A lot of us had to be back. So we, like I said, it was a 3-hour flight over, about half an hour turnaround. They're pretty efficient at it over at the airport. We did see some pictures from some of the locals, and just it's not great over there at all. That airport itself had recently recovered. I saw photos of that airport being flooded out, the runway covered, and it's really not a good scene over there.
It's just devastating. You see all the pictures, and there's so much need over there. So what you did, I'm sure, is making a big difference. Have you heard from any of the people? Have you heard from any of the on the ground, the people giving your supplies to people?
Not yet. I'm sure they're busy.
Sure, yeah.
The airport manager, what he does is he actually texts out to the community and calls out to the community and says, hey, what do you guys need? Because there are some other pilots that are coming into that airport as well, because it's right on the edge of where people are really, the FAA is really okay with people coming in. And he would send out feelers to kind of see what everyone needs. And then Greg had originally called the airport and said, hey, what do you guys need? I'd called them as well and just got lists, and that's how we knew what to shop for. And
so what are the needs? Because I know a lot of people here want to contribute in some way, and are you going to go again?
So that is very financially dependent. If we can pull the funds together, we would love to, but operating so many planes to do it is relatively expensive. So money dependent. But the needs that they need over there is exactly what you would think of. Batteries, lights, diapers, warm clothing, food. But if anyone wants a specific list, they can call right to the airport. The airport manager is extremely friendly, great guy.
Give that information, Ben, so we can get that to the viewers.
Sure. Johnsonville, Tennessee, 6 Alpha 4. I believe the manager's name is Dave Garris.
Okay, give me that information. We'll make
Sure.
sure and put it on our Facebook page. That way, if anybody's watching here that wants to help get some of those planes back out there and full of supplies, they can. How do you feel about what you did?
Good. It's definitely very nice. I think all of us feel the same way of, we've cultivated a skill over so many years, and it's really nice to be able to use it and do what a lot of people aren't able to, right? Getting those supplies in, right, gets to the airport, the sheriff's county takes it and then is able to give it to the National Guard to then distribute directly into the affected areas. So it's just, like I said, it's really nice to be able to use a skill we've worked so hard for.
Yeah.
To be able to help.
And it's nice that the people answered when you said you put that on Facebook. People just started giving. So thanks so much, Ben, for coming in and sharing what you do. And if you go again, keep us posted.
Sure.
We'd like to do a follow-up and hopefully give me that information so we
Sure.
can get that to
I
the
will.
viewers.
Thank
All
you so
right,
much.
Thank you. Very nice meeting you.